Hello everybody and welcome to Queen's University Belfast. We're in Northern Ireland today. So this beautiful campus is located right in the city center in Belfast. So let me tell you a little bit about the university so that you can see if you might be interested in attending this historic college. So first of all, it was founded in 1845. It was one of 3 Queen's colleges, and the other 2 are now part of the Republic of Ireland, and this is the last one. So not sure what you know about Northern Ireland, but it's actually part of the UK. So they use the pound, they don't use euros. It's almost like a separate nation on the island of Ireland. So it's also part of the Russell Group. So the Russell Group can be kind of considered to be like Great Britain's version of the Ivy League as far as how prestigious it is. And it's one of those 12 universities with high research, intensive research opportunities for its students. So what else can I tell you about Queen's University Belfast? Okay, so it's one of the 10 most beautiful historic universities in all of the UK. There's actually 200 clubs and societies with 54 sports clubs to choose from. So coming here is more like a US campus than some of the others, in that there's housing, there's a lot of student engagement and student involvement. So you will definitely not be lacking for things to do. All right, so there are popular programs include computer science, biomedical. They have a music technology major, and it actually even has a liberal arts major. And that's one of the things that I know is really challenging for students who are considering studying abroad, especially in the UK, is that you have to know your course of study, otherwise known as your major, before you come here. So liberal arts gives a little bit more flexibility in that area. So what else can I tell you? Okay, so there's a lot of ties to the U.S. at Queen's University Belfast. Actually, the current chancellor is Hillary Rodham Clinton. It also has the Senator Mitchell Institute for Global Peace and the Clinton Leadership Institute. All of those are related to the peace accord, the peace projects that were done back in the 90s. And that's why there's such a big connection there. So there are 3 different faculties. One of them, a faculty is similar to a college in the U.S. One of them is arts and humanities, and social sciences, then engineering and the physical sciences, and then medical health and life sciences. And that's where all of the courses are located. There's over 100 courses. They can be joint or single to choose from, so that's great. So if you are considering applying here, students must apply to study with a UK visa. You can apply either through the UCAS application or through a direct application found on their website. We have a special guest today for Custom College Consulting to talk a little bit more about an American's perspective on what it's like to go to school at Queen's University Belfast. So let's welcome Matt McCluskey.
So I'm originally from Northern Virginia and St. Paul, Minnesota. I went to high school out there, and when I was a senior in high school, I was doing the whole Common App process. My college counselor was extremely helpful throughout all of that. I wasn't aware I could study abroad, so that's not something I pursued at that point in time. And then so I ended up going to RIT in upstate New York for a year, and I studied bio, and then I transferred to econ, switched my major, and then I realized my friends were like, you know, you can study abroad, right? And so I was like, oh yeah. So then I looked into that and then ended up transferring out here at Queens. And yeah, I've been here for 3 years. I'm graduating in June, but yeah. I have secured a job, graduate program here with Deloitte. So I'll be working for them, doing an audit and stuff like that. So yeah. And we have about over 90 different countries represented here on campus, and so it's really nice. There's a big international student population, especially being in Northern Ireland. We have a lot of students from like the UK, like around the UK and in the Republic as well. And student life here, it's nice. You get a really nice balance of like school and life. I find like I'm not like my classes and uni isn't my whole life out here, which is really nice. You have a lot of time for your extracurriculars, your sports, and your just studies in general, and work as well. A lot of students like to work part-time, have a bit of extra pocket money, and so it's definitely a flexible lifestyle. You get to figure out what it is you want to do with your time. It's really nice, the extra step of independence. Yeah. So I was looking at mainly schools in Scotland to start off with, and then I applied, I got in, and when it came down to sort of deciding the differences in the length of the program, so the amount of time I would spend being a transfer student, I knew I didn't want to do I didn't want to do 4 years total, like giving me like a 5-year total of undergrad. So I was looking for a 3-year program at an affordable price point and stuff like that. And so Queens it definitely was a perfect match. Everything just kind of fell into place, if that makes sense, because it was a 3-year program, and then it's a cheap city as well. It's one of the cheapest cities to live in Belfast, and say this one too. So everything just kind of made sense, like my board. I would say if you're here in the UK, Queens, you're at the perfect point in your life to kind of do something like this. Like you're in your undergrad, you're sort of figuring out what it is you want to do school-wise. Like I changed my major, people change their major all the time, and it's a perfect opportunity to kind of gain a little bit more independence, and the rest of Europe's basically at your door. You're able to travel a lot and explore the island a lot, and the city is such a hub of like music and like literature and culture. It's a beautiful place to be, especially here at Queens. But elsewhere in the UK, definitely. Probably, I've only been up here like twice. It was the top of the main site tower. There's like a little I don't know what it is, like a little like relaxation room. That's like a wellness room or whatever. It's pretty quiet. You can see the entire city from up there. It's really beautiful.
To learn more about Queen's University Belfast, be sure to contact Custom College Consulting today, and I'll tell you all about it.